Hello students, I am Dr. Achit Shrivastava, Associate Professor SKIT Jaipur. Today we are going to learn how to plot P-chart in Excel. So what is a P-chart? P-chart is an attribute control chart which is used to monitor the proportion of non-conforming units in a sample. So we have conducted an experiment to demonstrate the P-chart. We have taken a box containing 100 balls, out of which 70 are white balls representing good products and 30 red balls which represents defective product. An experiment is performed while drawing 10 balls at one instance, and this has been performed 20 times, because when we draw the 10 balls with displacement, then we are finding out how many number of the defective balls that we have obtained, so that is the red balls. So that experiment observations are documented in the table below. Now we are interested to draw the P chart and establish the control limits. So so this is the table which is, we are having this table now, and these are the instances of the observations that has been obtained while performing the experiment. So this is a sample one. So these are the 10 balls that has been drawn, and we have obtained the so you can see this is the red balls. So for plotting the P chart, so let's see what is the calculation table for it. So just see it. So these are the things that has to be required. First, we have to require the number of the red balls in each sample. So how to compute the number of the red balls? Because in the first instance we have picked 10 balls, and we are interested in to find the defective balls, that is the red balls. So I just use the statement in Excel, that is the COUNTIF, for finding the for counting the red balls. So I have to select this 10 comma, here I will mention red, close it. So this is the, so here I have automatically get two balls, so I just drag it down, drag it down, drag it down. So this gives the number of the defective balls, okay, in each sample. So that is the red balls. Now I'm interested in finding the P, that is the proportion defective. So we know we are picking 10 balls at a time. So how to find it? Just this, divide by the number of balls that has been taken in each sample. We have got this. Drag it down. Now this is the proportion defectives. Okay. Now we are interested in finding the P dash. So this P dash is also the control limit. It is also known as the control limit. And for what is the control limit? So it is the number of the it can be determined, that is the total number of the defects, or we can say total number of the red balls in this case, upon the total number of the balls inspected. So we can just take the average of this uh, uh, P, that is the proportion defectives, so we will obtain the P dash. So how to take the average? So I just write the command, because we are interested in taking the average of this. So write the command, then we have to select it. So these balls are selected. Okay, and there I have a tick mark. So this is the fraction. Now this will be the same for each sample. So 0.31. So if I have to drag it down, so I have to just make the reference. So I just put dollar sign. So when I drag it down, so it will remain the unchanged. Here I can also put dollar sign, tick mark. Now I can drag it down, so it will be same. So this is the P dash, that is the central limit. Now we are interested in finding the what are other uh, parameters as 1 minus P dash. So that is also required for determining the whatever the uh, control limits, because we have to establish the control limits for it. So we are interested, so for that we have to find 1 minus p dash. So first see what are the formulas that has been used for establishing it. And this is the formulas that has been used, that is the UCL, that is the upper control limit. So p dash, that is we have already determined, that is the control limit, plus 3 under root of this p dash 1 minus p dash upon n, where n is the what is the number of it's the sample size. So 1 minus p dash is the just the whatever we have already determined, so we need the 1 minus p dash. So this is the p dash. Now for finding the 1 minus p dash, I just put simply 1 minus and I can subtract this. So I got the 1 minus p dash. I can drag it down, this will remain the same. Now we have to take the for finding this term in the formula, so p dash 1 minus p dash upon n. So I will just first take the product of the p dash and 1 minus p dash, and then I have to just divide it by the what is the n. So in our case the n is the we are, because we are drawing the 10 balls at a time, so just take the n 10. So we have obtained the value. So n is a small, n is a sample size. So now this is the values we have obtained. Now we are further interested in finding the square root of this, because we need the square root of this and then multiply by 3. So I just put right in the formula 3 into the whatever the square root formula sqrt in Excel, and this is we have already computed. I just to activate the formula I just write equal to. Now this is the you have selected it. Now this is the whatever the we have obtained the square root. Okay, so this is just the 3 into the square root of the this term. So we have obtained this. Now I am finding the upper control limit. So as the formula shows, it is the p dash plus this entity is already calculated. P dash we have already calculated. Just select the cell. This is the p dash. This is the this term. That will gives the upper control limit. I will just drag it down. So this will remain the same. So this is a 0.75. Now for finding the this part of the lower control limit, p dash. So again, this is the p dash minus the this term. So that will gives the that will helps in finding the lower control limit. Now it is coming as negative because it is always taken the maximum of it. If this value is coming positive, so that's why this that will be selected if it is more than 0. But here it has been less than 0. So as the formula says of the LCL, so we have to pick the maximum. So I can write max function, or either I can directly write it is between 0 and to choose between this value, it is automatically given the 0. So it is picking 0. So this is the lower control limit. So this is the calculations that has been required we have done. Now to how to plot it. So for plotting it, again what we will do, just show you the what are the steps that will be needed. So first I will just again write the samples so that it will be easy for the drawing the chart. So because we already know these are the samples, and we have taken 20 samples at a time. Control limit, that is the p dash. I can again copy this. So this is the control limit. Upper control limit, so this is in column S. You can see I can just copy the values and again paste this. Always remember paste as values here. So this is the value. Suppose I want to decrease the decimal sign, so I can decrease it. Okay, I want to, so up to 2 decibels. Lower control limit. Again, I can pick here, this is the lower control limit because it is coming negative, so we have to choose it as 0. You've seen in our formula. Again, paste as values. So this is already done. P, the proportion. Okay, here is the values of the proportion in each sample. Just copy it. Again, paste as values. So we have seen that we have done the whatever the table, that is the values that has been required for formatting the P chart. I just select it. After selecting it, I will go to the insert. I go to the charts. I go to the all charts. I pick the line chart. I can see this. This I have selected. So this is the chart that has come, that has been selected like this. So I can place it here for more legibility. This is the, so you can see this is the P chart. Now what I'll do, I will just want to add the axis titles, chart title, so that I have done. Here I can mention that this is the P chart. So I can write P chart. Now what is this x-axis represent? The vertical axis, y-axis, that represents the proportion, or I can see small p, comma, proportion defective. So I can mention it like this. Here in the axis title, so this is nothing but this is the whatever the sample. So it is the samples which has been taken, or the instances which we have taken. So I can also change the color of it. Of this chart, if I want to change, so I can increase the font size. I can increase the font size. I can increase and change the color for better legibility. You can see. So this is the P chart. So we have drawn the P chart. So in this way, we can easily draw the P chart, and from the whatever the experiment we have conducted. And these are the control limits. This is the upper control limit as it has been shown, and in the chart this is the gray line, this shows the lower control limit, and this is the control limit, and this is the data which has been shown, said that all the observations are lying within the specification or within the control limits. So thank you for listening this lecture.